So we got an Oklahoma Sooner with Kyler Murray. Our next guest, though, I think we should go over to the Alabama side.
Yeah, we're fair.
We're fair. We're very fair. This guy, though, was never fair on a goal line play, or he was never fair on a 2nd and 10 in the Super Bowl or 2nd and goal in the Super Bowl where he had to make a life-changing play to create and tackle Marshawn Lynch. This guy had the hugest calves I've ever seen. Next guest, Dante Hightower. Dante Hightower. Dante Hightower.
Julian, even I know it's Dante.
I'll get into it after AI. And what's AI have to say about Dante? Because we know him.
Is the AI synopsis. Obviously, I'm improving my speaking skills because I couldn't say synopsis on our very first episode, Julian, and now I can. So this is what's so great about Dudes on Dudes is that we're getting smarter as well, being complete dudes overall.
Synopsis.
All right, here we go. The synopsis on Dante Hightower.
Use that this week in Fox.
He's a former NFL linebacker.
Start the clock.
Dante Hightower is a former NFL linebacker known for his leadership and versatility on the field. A 2-time Pro Bowler, Hightower played his entire 9-year NFL career with the New England Patriots, the same amount of years I played with the New England Patriots, 9. Helping the team win 3 Super Bowl titles, just like myself, helping the New England Patriots win 3 Super Bowl titles. I love this guy already. Prior to his NFL career, he was a standout at the University of Alabama, where he was a key figure in winning 2 BCS national championships.
Jesus.
This freaking guy is a winner. That's all I know. 5 championships at the highest level, 2 in college, 3 in the NFL over what? Over a 13, 14-year period?
Guy wins.
Ridiculous. Winner, chicken dinner, that's for sure. Born and raised in Lewisburg, Tennessee. Oh, the Vols must not like him.
I know, that's crazy. I don't know why he didn't go to Tennessee.
Wow.
Maybe he didn't want to go to Mayo's footsteps.
Oh.
Shots fired.
All right. Hightower was known for his high football IQ and relentless work ethic. After retiring in 2022, Hightower joined the Patriots coaching staff while also pursuing business ventures, spending time with his family and engaging in charitable work, earning admiration for his calm and thoughtful demeanor off the field.
Oh, that's my guy.
He is calm and does have that demeanor of being relaxed, but he will rip your freaking head off.
Face off. He'll bring
your arm off.
What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think about Dante?
I'm scared of Dante Hightower, but the first thing that comes to mind right now is I'm looking at the picture of him in high school, and he looks exactly like Matthew Slater, but with big ears, like elf ears. So if you can put that up, please, and show everyone. He was Matthew Slater in high school with elf ears. I just looking at the picture. Pretty
Slate dog.
Slate dog right
shots
there.
Shots fired.
Choom, choom, more shots fired at former teammates. Choom, choom. We love shooting shots at our former teammates. Please shoot them back. We appreciate it. Choom, choom.
Nico.
There's one guy who can't handle our shots fired at him. It's Ninkovic.
This is about Dante.
This is about Dante. Yeah, but Dante Hightower was such a better linebacker than Ninkovic.
He can handle our fire.
Yeah.
He can handle our shots.
Both linebackers, but all right, back to Dante. All right, here's my story. This guy I was scared of, actually. He was, first round pick, New England Patriots.
He's like top 15 or something.
And when you have a linebacker that's
25th,
6'4", 6'3",
260.
Huge. And can move like he's a little guy, I'm scared of those guys. You want to know why? Because they got that leverage.
He's not a little guy. You're just massive.
No, I'm scared of those.
He's fucking huge.
I don't know why I said little guy.
6'3".
I'm scared of those big guys that are in the frame
wide
of 1 to 6'4" and are wide as well, like you just said, because they got that leverage and they can get underneath me, and then that's when I lose, and I don't like that, Jules. See, I gotta outsmart these guys. So with Dante, I had to try to outsmart him on the football field when going versus him in practice, and that was just to not get touched by him. Try to run away from him because he was always going to win versus me. In camp, I was a rookie. I was coming off that ankle injury. I wasn't a rookie. He was a rookie. I was coming off that ankle injury when, that guy in Baltimore broke my ankle. Pollard. Yeah, very,
guy's
very
a Patriot
mean.
Killer.
So I didn't really heal that well that whole year. I was at South Padre Island, spring break, my cast and everything. Came back. Every time my ankle was good. It really wasn't, But don't tell Bill.
I won't
Bill, don't listen to that, okay? That you've done things like that too, Jules. So that's gonna make me feel better just saying that. But I can't get open. I'm not doing this well in training camp. My back's starting to go out on me because I'm compensating. I'm just making excuses right now why Dante, dominated me when he was a rookie. But this guy, when they're that wide, they're built that strong, you could just tell he had that presence of, yo, I ain't gonna move that guy. No one's really gonna move that guy, being 6'3", 260 pounds. And I accidentally caught him one time running a route. I tried going around him and we caught shoulders or something. I can't exactly pinpoint what it was. And it was kind of like a cheap shot on him, but it was totally accidental. And yeah, it wasn't a chip. It was he was at the linebacker position, kind of stepping up for the run. And we kind of ran into it. I think I kind of face masked him or something and then yanked it a little bit. He turned around and he was furious. He was vicious. And
what was his face like?
Oh, man. He took it to a whole nother level the next play versus me. And I literally learned I will never piss off Dante Hightower ever again.
You got to piss off. You must have did something crazy because I never really seen him pissed off.
Yeah. He was mad, man. He was mad. The guy's a freak. You can't really block him in the run game. You can't really stop him in the pass game either if he's rushing at you because he can move so well. He can get around you or he can bull rush you. So the guy, man, freak of an athlete, no doubt about that. And I swear, if you go to a barbecue with him, he'll eat 15 pounds of ribeye steak and brisket.
He can eat?
Burgers.
Where'd you go? Where'd you see him eat?
Whenever at those team outings that we have. And it turns into muscle right on the
straight
spot.
muscle.
Yeah. You know how the Wolverine character or whatever and the Hawk, they just, in those movies, whatever
Jack.
they do, they just, turn into the creature that they are. That's what he did when he ate that food. He just turned into Dante Hightower.
Dude, well, I mean, his nickname was Zeus, which is huge Greek guy.
I remember, really, he was a rookie, and I was already telling him that he's going to sign a $100 million deal at the middle linebacker position.
Did you?
Yeah.
How'd you know?
Because I was facing versus him. I'm like, this guy freaking good. He good. He can move, he can cover, he can, stop the run. He can do it all.
I mean,
and he's scary.
He looks like the Predator out there because he has dreads. Early in his career, he didn't, but when he got dreads and you're that big and wide, Dante looks like he has two houses for calves. His calves are so damn big. He has the largest calf. I used to tell him that every day I walked by. When he'd be in his sandals, we'd be walking by each other in the hallway. I see his calf. I'm like, bro, can you fucking ease up on the calf raises? Jesus Christ.
It wasn't the calf raises. It was the brisket.
It was probably the
that
brisket.
Would just go right to his calves.
Right to it went right to his calf. And Dante was a smart-ass football player.
Smart.
Very smart football player. And I remember going to his house once and I walked over there and he, like you said, he's just he's kind of quiet, but he's vicious. And I go to his house and I'm like, is that a fucking video game station with keyboard and mouse? Dante Hightower's a keyboard guy in the video games? I go, what the fuck is this, bro? He goes, what, bro? Whatever, he's like a whiz. He's a fucking whiz. This guy, he's insane on Call of Duty too. Don't let him trick you and think he's not. He's a fucking gamer. He was really good.
Well, that's why he's a football coach now for the New England Patriots.
Football coach.
Because you got to be smart. You got to be a whiz in order to be a coach.
How do you think he's doing in coaching?
I feel like he's doing fine.
How do you think they're feeling over there now?
I feel like Dante's always feeling good, man. He's never down. He's an
even keel guy.
He is, man. He really is. He's the guy that had the ultimate pass from Bill Belichick.
He always had.
That's how scary he was. That coach was even scared of him.
I don't think Coach was scared of him, but Coach loved him.
He wasn't scared of him, man. He loved him because he was a well-built football player, and he played the game how it should be played.
Bill always loved the defensive guys.
Yeah, he did. We're offense. That's why we never got love, Jules.
Who else had the Bill pass?
Basically, anyone
Mayo.
On the
Mayo
defensive side.
We used to call Mayo.
Oh, Mayo had that pass. He could do whatever he wanted to do, and Bill, that's fine.
Devin Belichick McCourty.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's one of his sons.
I think that's his actual middle name now.
Who else was another one?
In pass, we mean if they didn't want to practice or if their hamstring was a little sore, they'd be like, "Oh, coach, I can't go today." Coach, be like, "No problem.
Pass.
Just hang out in the training room and get it rubbed on."
No, I was thinking more of the pass. You know how Bill's been over here testing the guys who are on his show. Like, hey, who's this guy? Who's that guy? Well, for the offense, he'd be like, hey, Rob, what's the exotic front of the defense that you expect to see on 3rd and 2? And Rob's sitting there like going through, what the fuck? Hey, Devin, what color is the offense that we're playing if they're at home? I think green. Yes. Good job, Devin. Like, that's the pass we're talking about. Or like whenever you give a question to like the defensive line, like, do these guys like to run the ball or pass the ball? They got Derrick Henry. I'm like, Coach, I'm on offense. I think they like to run the ball. God. Hey, Edelman, what is the punter? What school did he go to? I mean, that's the pass we're talking about. And Dante got that. Bill loved Dante, and it was deserving. Dante was one of the alphas. He sat in the Teddy Bruschi locker when you walked into I think it was either the Teddy Bruschi or the Willie Mack locker. They'd always put those two guys in because when you had to walk in the locker room, you had to walk by those guys. He was one of those guys. I mean, he was a great teammate.
Where would you rank him as an all-time, Patriot player on the defensive side of the ball?
I mean, he's got to be up there. I mean, we wouldn't have had the Super Bowl if he didn't make that second down goal line play.
That's very true what you said. We would have never won that Super Bowl. That Malcolm Butler catch would have never happened because Marshawn Lynch would have scored already. And everyone talks about, hey, why didn't Marshawn Lynch get, the handoff, or why didn't they hand off the ball? Well, it was a play prior to that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't it the exact play before? Well, Marshawn Lynch did have the ball. And what happened? One-on-one with Dante Hightower, and you never seen Marshawn Lynch go down ever.
One-on-one.
One-on-one. And literally, Dante Hightower is the only guy that can possibly do that, and he knocked him right down, and he stopped him in order to
the next play.
In order to get to the next play, that Malcolm Butler had that interception. So they already gave it to Marshawn Lynch to have that chance to score. So without Dante Hightower, we would have never had that, first Super Bowl in New England, no doubt about it. And then another big play that he has had, in his career was that strip sack in the game that unfortunately I didn't play in because my back got blown out when I went up the seam because Tom threw me up the seam earlier that year, and then I got leveled and lost a lung in the back, and I still came back the next year. But yeah, in that Super Bowl versus Atlanta, that strip sack, to just continue the domination of the comeback, that was an incredible play. He comes through in the clutch at all times.
Who blew your back out?
Earl Thomas. We're not going that deep about who blew my back out, Jules. It was a dude, though. It was a dude. His name was Earl Thomas.
The dude's a torpedo.
Yeah, torpedo. What was a big play that you can recall?
The guy always had a big play when the team needed it. I mean, you go back into college, in the national championship, he had a strip sack. That's the kind of player Dante was. Fucking when your team needed a big play, a big moment, he was super versatile. I remember him, he'd be middle linebacker, and we put him at defensive end sometimes because he could rush a passer. Like, he just was big-time player to make big-time plays. That is a huge contribution why I have 3 Super Bowl rings. You have 4. There's a huge part of it. I mean, we wouldn't have been there without him. I'd always call him, if you see how his name's spelled, it's Don't A with apostrophe. And so I used to call him Donta.
Very technical, if that is.
I know. I used to call him, hey, Donta, in the locker room. He go, Jules, don't you fucking call me Donta. I go, why not, Donta? He goes, because if you fucking call me, all these white people out here in Boston, they're going to be calling me Donta. Don't you fucking call me Donta. My name is Dante. I'm like, all right, Donta.
Jules, even I knew it was Dante.
I know.
You must have had a bad day.
I knew
you must
it
have
was
got
Dante.
hit pretty hard that day.
I knew. I just wanted to call him Donta to make fun of him.
Oh.
Time.
Well, what kind of dude is he?
What kind of dude is Dante?
What kind of dude is Dante? I mean Dante.
Dante.
Now you're getting me on that freaking wrong freaking path.
Whatever you do, if you see Dante, do not call him Dante. He'll get really mad at you, and he'll blame it on me. He'll fucking blame it on me. Don't call him Dante. What kind of dude is Dante? I mean, he looks like a goddamn stud.
He does look like a stud.
He's a freak too. I mean, he's got house for calves.
I feel like he hits
he's
all
a dog.
5 categories. He's a dude's dude as
he's
well.
He's a dude, and he's a whiz.
Yeah.
He hits them all. On 3, let's see which one. On 3.
Hold on, I got to think about it real quick.
All right, I'm going to go.
Yeah, because he's all 5, so let me try to pinpoint it down to 1.
On 3, 1, 2, 3.
Stud. Whiz!
I think he's a stud.
I think he's a whiz. That's why he's a coach now.
He is a coach.
Yeah, and he knew the game of football like no other.
I mean, he's got a national championship.
He is a stud. He has 5, championships. Yeah, like you just said.
And like he was a first-round linebacker. He had a lot of hype coming in, and he backed up all the hype.
He did.
Like, you know what I mean?
Sure did.
He's a freak too. I mean, he made big plays in big situations. He's got a pedigree. He's got football IQ, and he looks like a Greek god.
But making big plays in a big game is a whiz, Jules, because he knew when to make that play to turn it around for the team. Does that make sense?
Yeah. He is like a
But I would
too.
say though, we're trying to categorize it into what like he most represents. A whiz is a guy that doesn't have the freak abilities. And they get through because they're so smart. And they're not getting through because they're a freak or a stud. So that's how you become a true whiz. So therefore, he was getting through as a freak and a stud and a dog. So he can't technically be a whiz because being a whiz didn't really lead him to where he needs to be. Maybe now as a coach. Going back to that, I'm going to have to categorize him as a stud or a freak. So let's go back at it again and try again. Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Stud!
Stamp it.
Hightower.
He's for sure a stud. 100%. If you saw his calves, it would scream stud.
Mm-hmm.